This is my first video for reloading 223 rounds for my AR-15. And according to everything that I've read and done and researched, and my buddy Greg Jones getting me into this crazy mess with reloading, the first step in the reloading process is depriming and resizing the cases. So because these are rifle casings, they need to be pre-lubed. So what I have set up here is some Imperial sizing die wax right there, and this is the shell holders. I've already inspected these shells, and these are some cases I've waxed already. So how this works is take a couple of fingers, run it over the casing, and once you get a good roll on it after the first few, and your fingers get a lot of this wax on it, then you don't have to do it every time, is what I just discovered. Like I said, you're seeing the first time of me doing this. So those of you that are hardcore reloading snobs that watch this video that I'll post on YouTube, be gentle with your comments if you don't mind. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this, and I think I'm going to enjoy the process. Again, a buddy of mine got me into this. I got to give some accolades to the San Francisco liberal with a gun, because he's answered some of my questions. That gets slippery, and I think I'm going to start enjoying this. I'm going to finish these up and then move on to the next part of this. Okay, now we have 50 shells that have been lubricated, and what we're going to do next is my son is over here inspecting cases and putting them in the case little cartridge holder here. So he's inspecting those, make sure there's no cracks on this fired brass before we lube those up. What we're going to do next on the ones that we've lubed is we're going to decap or deprime, and then use the full length sizer to resize these cases. So I have the full length sizer here, which has the little deep primer pin, and right here we have the Lee single stage press, because again, I'm brand new at this, so I wanted to go with the least expensive possible. Now, from what I've read, the way to do this is you have the shell holder that goes inside the press like so, and then this goes all the way down, and what you're supposed to do is just let the end of this die just barely touch. Just barely touch. Or like the San Francisco liberal with the gun says, just kiss the shell holder. So there we go. Just kiss the shell holder.
Daddy, it's
and then
dead.
The dents are okay. And then once we've got that done, that's okay. We'll resize it. Then once we got that done, we take that and it's ready to go. Now remember, this is the first time that I've ever done this, so we're going to see how it goes. Dink! Oh, and there goes a primer on the floor. That's pretty cool, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think we need to do that right there. Alright, that's one.
Are you gonna put a new primer in it?
I think that's two.
Part of it went in, but the other part didn't.
That's okay. Okay, now we've done the full-length sizer and depriming on all of these cartridges. Next thing I'm going to do is take this little pocket primer cleaner tool from Lee and a couple of twists, bless you. And this is supposed to clean out that primer pocket. Apparently it works pretty good. So once I get this finished, for these first 50, I believe the next step, and if it's not, I'll correct myself, is going to be to put these in the tumbler and clean them up and get all the lube off and everything. Okay, so the next step in doing this on these case preparation is we're going to tumble these 50 deprimed and resized and primer pocket cleaned cartridges, get all the lube off and make all nice and shiny. This is called a Smart Reloader tumbler. It's the Nano tumbler. It'll hold 100, I believe 100 cartridges in here with the media. And here's our media right here, so we're gonna tear into that, put that in the tumbler, and then turn it on. And again, this documentary or documented experience is the very first time that I've done any of this, so hope you find some of this useful if you're going to try reloading for the first time, and just understanding that it's not really that difficult so far. Okay, so from my understanding, when you're putting this media, which is just either crushed up walnut shells or corn, into the tumbler, you want to dump your rounds in here, and then fill up the tumbler just so it's almost covering the rounds, kind of like I have it set up here. And apparently that's enough to do its job. So I'm going to try it like that first and see how it goes, and then go from there. But the next step is we're going to plug it in after we put the lid on it, and then see what happens. From what I hear, it takes a little while to take care of this, so I'm going to check it periodically within the next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Of my understanding, sometimes it takes up to 4 hours to clean the brass. I don't know if that means just because it's very dirty or what the case is, but as I go along, we'll figure this out. So I'm going to plug it in, put it on the floor, and then let's see what happens. Hopefully it won't blow up the garage. Pretty talented if I can do this with one hand, huh? That. And there it goes. It's vibrating away. So I'm going to let it sit there for a while, and you're not supposed to leave it unattended, so I'm just going to stand here for the next 3 hours and watch it. Yeah, right. Alright, so it's been a couple of hours, and we're going to see what the cartridges look like now. Apparently when you're doing this, you want to be in a well ventilated area because there's a lot of lead residue in here. So let's just see if these cartridges look any cleaner than what they did before. Holy moly. Look at that. they sure do. Huh. Well, that's pretty incredible. Yep, all cleaned up. Good to go. That's pretty neat. Look at that. Nice and clean. Alright. Well, I'm going to get this set up so I can get all the stuff out of here. I'm going to show you what I use in order to get the corn out of the inside of that. So hold tight, I'll be right back. And now, through the magic of video, here are the deprimed, resized, and tumbled 223 cartridges. Now, the next video will be the actual priming of the cartridges, and then the following video will be the charging of the cartridges, and the last video will be the actual seating of the bullets. Thanks for watching.